Okay, and these are all the chords and scales that fit into a melodic minor mode, okay? So that means that diatonically the chords in a melodic minor mode are going to be 1 minor major 7, 2 minor 7, 3 major 7 sharp 5, 4 dominant 7, 5 dominant 7, 6 minor 7 flat 5, or also 7 minor 7 flat 5, okay? Now, we get those diatonically if we take the scale and start from any note of that scale, we can put together the chords that diatonically fall in the mode. So basically, if we wanted to figure out the 2 chord, we would start from B, we could go to A. So if we take B and skip every other note, forming a chord here, we have B, D, F sharp, and A, which gives us a minor 7 chord. So we would have a B minor 7 chord for our 2 chord. And we can do this with any of the chords, and these are the 7 chords that we get from that. Also, with a few of our chords, we have other options or variations of those chords that kind of fit along with the scales that go with the chords, okay? So for example, our 4 chord, we can also do a dominant 7 sharp 11 because that matches the Lydian dominant scale, because Lydian stands for sharp 4, which is the same as a sharp 11. Okay, also for our 5 chord, we could do a dominant 7 flat 13, okay? Because our scale for that chord is a Mixolydian flat 13. So we can also add that alteration to the chord. And then for our 7th chord, we also have the option of playing a dominant 7 chord altered. So that basically means we have the choice of a flat 5 or a sharp 5 within that chord. And later on, if we want to add a sharp 9 or a flat 9, we can as well. But just understanding that we can also think of this 7 chord as a G sharp 7 altered, okay? Which would basically be formed as a dominant 7 chord with either a flat 5 or a sharp 5. Okay, and we have our scales listed here for each chord as well. So for the 1 chord, we have a melodic minor scale. For the 2 chord, it's a Dorian flat 2. For the 3 chord, it's a Lydian augmented. For the 4 chord, it's a Lydian dominant. For the 5 chord, it's a Mixolydian flat 13. For the 6th chord, it's a Locrian natural 2. And for the 7th chord, it's an altered dominant scale. Okay. And we also have some variations in the names. For the 4 chord, you can also call it a Mixolydian sharp 11. Okay. For the 5 chord, you could also think of it as a Mixolydian flat 6, flat 13, same thing. And with the 7 chord, there's a couple names for that. We also call it the super Locrian or the diminished whole tone scale. So these are all the scales that fit diatonically in the mode of melodic minor.